Salve omnes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and in case you haven't guessed already, we are playing Mega Man X. The original Mega Man X, that is, released on the Super Nintendo in 1993. We have a bit of intro, backstory-ish stuff here, detailing some of the things that Mega Man X can do, and some information about him. Some other information, I mean. X, the first of a new generation of robots that contain an innovative new feature, the ability to think, feel, and make their own decisions. It could be dangerous, because if he were to break Asimov's first rule of robotics, the results would be disastrous. It's always Asimov, isn't it? But I guess that means that classic Mega Man didn't have the ability to think, feel, and make his own decisions? Because X is supposed to be the final creation of Dr. Light from the classic series, and because he was thought to be potentially so dangerous, he was sealed away in, well, like this is saying, in a capsule, which will apparently test his internal systems until his reliability has been confirmed. I'm not exactly sure how he's supposed to confirm that if he's sealed up like that, but though I don't think this game actually says, X was apparently found by Dr. Kane, a scientist, and apparently Mega Man X's creator is a candle. It says T-Light. Yes, here's the title screen properly. Mega Man X, Capcom, all that. We have a few options. We can start the game, we can input a password, and we can go to the options menu. And come to think of it, why did Dr. Kane's computer, if it had 32,768 terabytes of, I guess, hard drive space it would be, why did it only have a cache of 512 kilobytes? That does not make any sense. That's not how computers work. Point is, in the options menu here, we can configure which buttons do what, which is a very useful feature and something that really every game should have, but I will just keep it as the default. As convenient as it would be to have dash on the R button so that I could shoot, jump, and dash at the same time, because it's nigh impossible to do that if it's on A, well, all I can say is my symmetry. Besides, well, if I were playing with the keyboard, actually, A would be even better for that than R would. But unfortunately, I have to use a controller right now because, apparently, my keyboard is basically too loud for LPing. So let's see how well we can get used to this. Honestly, I find that it seems like I play Mega Man games better with the keyboard. But oh well. Games, quit getting impatient with me, please. I'll start the game when I darn well feel like it. Now, suppose I'll show them. Well, you'll probably see the password screen. Point is, we're thrust right into the intro stage. We have X. He can shoot, he can jump, we can press start to see the menu, and we have 2 extra lives, and we can't exactly exit the stage when it's the intro stage, but here we are. Oh, and we can hold down the Y button to charge. I don't really need to explain which buttons do what, because you saw the options menu. Not to mention that any developer who's not an idiot should know that there's really only one way to configure a shoot button and a jump button on the Super Nintendo. He says as he looks at some of Nintendo's recent games. You have these things. I can never remember what any of the enemies in these games are called. A lot of them have weird and often silly names. But these guys will make holes in the scenery, and if you leave them alive long enough, they will punch right through to the pit below, I think. Also, there are a lot of enemies in this stage that don't have invincibility frames, so button mashing tends to work better than charge shots. Or just spamming a lot of little shots, I mean. This helicopter beacon. I think you actually can get crushed under that if you're extremely unlucky. Or a very silly person. If you need some health pickups, they're right down here. Hey, I've played 4 Mega Man X games before this. I suppose you've been wondering when I'd be getting to the original in the series, but you ought to know already what health pickups look like. If you don't, if this is your first time, well, there they are. And we have another of. Hello, missiles. Another of these. There are also weapon energy pickups that we can get to, but I don't think there are any in this first stage, because obviously there's no way to have special weapons in this first stage. Whoa. Rolling spike balls. Oh, and now some of the scenery collapses on its own. Then we have these bee things. Proceed with caution. But hey, it is the intro stage, it's not meant to be hard. Just shoot. There's a curtain of fire ahead of you. Hello there. Those things have a habit of jumping or flying into you when you're not expecting it. But hey, I'm not doing a no damage run. Oh, hey, those things actually do drop weapon energy. That was a weapon energy capsule, and it is completely useless in this stage because, as I said before, there's no way you can actually get special weapons in the intro stage, or have them. I suppose if this is your first Mega Man or Mega Man X game, we'll get into what special weapons are later on. For now, we can stand on this car, or we can destroy it. Alright, back up to full health. Not that it's really gonna matter at this point in the stage. Suddenly, no background. That probably means layer 2 effect. Or possibly weird background mode effect. I'm gonna take your car. Hey, are there any more of them? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's one. Wow, does it usually spawn this many of these things? Anyway. 5? Okay. But anyway, ominous music, that can be good. And we have a boss of sorts. This is actually an unwinnable boss battle, so there's not really much point in actually trying to do much here. Doesn't matter what you do to him, you can shoot him with charge shots, uncharged, half-charged, whatever. You can't actually hurt this guy. It's kind of annoying, but hey, it could be worse. It could be Trails of Cold Steel 2, where we actually would defeat him, and then he'd waste us anyway, and we'd have to get saved by somebody else. You worthless piece of scrap metal, did you think you could defeat me? Well, our hero seems to be free because of the timely intervention of our friend Zero. Zero, you might want to use a faster weapon. Yeah, he just got away. Okay. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. Oh, and I believe you can speed up the text by holding B. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet. If you use all the abilities you are designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. Well, yeah, we only have 16 units of health right now and no special weapons, so we could use a lot of upgrades. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. They also don't tell you, at least at this point. That guy's name was Vile, and he's working for Sigma, who is, well, the main villain of this game and the series. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. And this is Zero, as I said. X, I know you can do it. Interestingly, Zero doesn't have his trademark Z Saber in that scene. The point is, now we have a password, 432214828756. And we have some little Mets poking out of their helmets there. This is actually the only Mega Man game with a password system, I think, that only uses 12 digits instead of 16. X2, X3, and Mega Man 7 all use 16. But the point is, we're done with the intro stage. And all we've accomplished with that is to, well, beat the intro stage. And now we have our stage select screen. Once again, if this is your first time playing one of these, or seeing, rather, most Mega Man games have 8 main stages. In the X series, they're called the Mavericks, at least the bosses are, and you can do them in whatever order you want. And each of the bosses here will take extra damage from a weapon that another one of the bosses gives you. Though the weaknesses aren't nearly as pronounced in the X series overall as they tend to be in the classic series. But we'll get into the meat of the game here in the next episode. So I think I will see you next time.